Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the Lakeville Senior Connection with Lori and Cheryl. Formerly known as the Lakeville COA Connection with Lori and Cheryl. Since our broadcast, right, Cheryl is being seen in other towns.
Right.
LakeCAM and ourselves wanted to be sure it was clear that it was coming from the Lakeville Senior Center. So it's
Right.
the Lakeville Senior Connection now.
Right.
But it's still with Lori and Cheryl.
Right.
And I'm glad to have you back.
Me too.
Yay.
I'm glad to be back.
Yay. We
Yay.
missed you.
Yep.
All right. So, what
are we going to talk about?
Media Blitz.
Yes.
Media Blitz, vaccinations.
Vaccinations.
Yeah.
That's the major topic on everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have any real
Solid
definitive
answers,
answers yet as to when the vaccine's going to start to roll out for everybody. We do know that our first responders got their first dose, which is wonderful.
Yes,
So it's happening. We just got to be patient. And
Right. Definitely patient.
Right.
Again, mass.gov website, if you have questions,
Right.
you can go there.
Right. And once we have any information, we're working with the Board of Health. We're working closely with them.
And the fire department
Yep.
and
Yep.
Media Blitz is what he
Right.
said. So
Right.
Facebook, phone calls.
Town website.
Yeah, town website.
Your newsletters, everything. We're going to try to get that information to you as quickly as we possibly can.
And I'm actually guessing, and I'm going to see if Craig gives us a nod, but I bet it's going to be on LakeCAM as well. I bet you they'll probably be posting something on there just
I
so
would imagine. Yeah.
everyone sees it.
Yep.
But
And- But if if you're unsure, I mean, we'll
can always-
reiterate this later too,
Yeah.
but if you're unsure if you are in our system,
right.
don't hesitate to call us, reach out, and just make sure that we have all of your contact information.
And this is Lakeville seniors only.
Right,
So, yes,
right.
Lakeville seniors, 60
Right.
and older.
Yep.
And if you think your phone number's changed,
Yeah.
yeah.
Give us a call.
Email
Yeah.
if
If we
you-
don't have the right
yeah.
information, we can't reach you. So make sure you update with us.
Yeah, because if you're not in our system and we do an all call, then obviously you'll get missed. If we don't want to miss anyone, again, it's going to be, letters, phone calls, emails, Facebook, website.
Any way we can. Yeah.
But we've actually had a couple of seniors that have called Cheryl and I asking us questions, and we didn't have a number.
Right. So it's a good thing that they called so that we could update
You had one
them.
today. You didn't have any information in the system, right?
They had just
Yeah.
moved here. So yeah, and if you just moved to
Oh,
Lakeville, make sure you contact us and get your
Absolutely.
information into us so we have it.
Yeah.
We have it on file.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, new
Yeah.
to the area. Because
Yep.
I'm not sure if they'll be able to go back to their own town or.
I don't know.
No
I
one
know.
knows.
There's no real definitive answers yet, so that's why, we want to just make sure we're ahead of the game and we have all
Right.
of your information so
Yeah,
we
we
can
want
get to
to
you.
get to all of you guys. We miss you and want to make sure. All right, so we're on to fun stuff now, and Cheryl is going to announce.
Yes, we have in your next newsletter,
February. Yeah.
we have some fun things that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing some drive-by events, which seem to be going over really well with our
Yes.
seniors. And we have so much fun putting
of
them on. But of course, we're missing our St. Patrick's Day party. So we're going to do a St. Patrick's Day drive-by.
Yay!
Yeah, and that will be held.
Details, Cheryl. We need details.
Yeah, it's going to be held on St. Patrick's Day, Wednesday, March 17th. And it will be $10 per person, and you must sign up. So the sign-ups will begin mid-February. So we're not going to start the sign-ups yet. So hold off on calling, but you'll get all this information in your newsletter as to when to sign up. But sign-ups will begin on Wednesday, February 17th.
17th, yes.
So basically a month, so we can sign you up and get you
And
guys
where is the yummy
line.
corned beef dinner coming from?
our famous Boston Tavern.
And dessert too?
Yes, and dessert too, of course. We wouldn't miss that.
So how would they get payments to us, Cheryl? So it's $10 a person,
Right.
Lakeville resident must
Yep.
sign up. How
Yep.
do they get payments
You can
to us?
either send us a check and make it payable to COA Gifts and Grants, or If you wanted to drop it off, we have a little drop-off box right at our front door that's marked COA.
Yep.
So you can leave it right in there, and just let us know, and we'll be able to go out and pick that up. That's how they would get payment to us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you can sign up and then make your payment. So just make sure you do call and sign up.
Right.
That's all.
Yes, and don't wait too long because
Yeah.
there will be a cutoff date because we have to obviously organize with Boston Tavern. So,
Right.
yeah, definitely
Probably till,
call,
like, the
sign
week
up,
before.
get your
Yeah.
payments in. I'm
Yeah.
so excited. So,
Yeah.
COVID be
Fun stuff.
darned. COVID be darned.
We're still gonna
having
have
our
fun.
party.
We're still having fun.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
And what else is fun? We have another drive-by.
What else is fun? Okay, so anyone who's participated in the OCES free boxed lunches in the past month, exciting news. They've been a big hit.
Yeah, very
The lunches
popular.
are good too.
Yeah.
we've had some of them. So the OCES free boxed lunches have been such a success. We're going to have a boxed lunch drive-through every Tuesday
in February.
in February. Awesome. From
yeah.
noon to 1. It's from noon to 1. You must sign up ahead of time.
Yes.
And the deadline for signups, it's kind of tricky, but the week before, I have to give them the
final count,
The
yeah.
final count. So we're trying to make it easier, and Cheryl and I are going to say, if you want to sign up for all of them at once, or if there's 3 you want to sign up for, or 2, you can do it all at once. And
Just make sure you can come on those dates, and
Yes.
then
we'll do
give
all
us a call
calls
and we'll
every
sign up.
morning too. We're going to do an all call.
The morning before that.
No, I'm going
drive-by
to do
event.
the morning of that
drive-by
drive-by.
event.
We're going to call. We're going to remind you that you've signed up for the drive-by. So if for some reason you don't get a call and you think you signed up, you can call us and check if you want, because we don't get extra meals. So we are only able to give out
Right.
the meals that people signed up for. So,
Right.
you know,
And you know, when you do get that all call, just make sure you listen, because if because we're going into the winter months, if there's any weather advisories or something that we
Right.
have to cancel for any reason, we're going to tell you in that all call. So just make sure you listen to the all call before you head up here.
right. And listen if it goes to your voice message,
Right.
because it will record on the voice message.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, listen to that before you give us a call, because it should be, you know, pretty explanatory to everybody.
Right.
We're hoping it
Yes.
should be. I'm just teasing. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and then we have another drive-by
Another
too.
fun one.
Another holiday one.
And guess which holiday?
Valentine's Day.
Tell us
So
about it, Cheryl.
We're gonna do, for Valentine's Day, we're gonna do a Valentine goodie bag drive-by. So that's another one that you're gonna have to sign up for. It is a free event, but we do need you to sign up because we obviously we have to have final counts, so we have enough for everybody.
And this one is immediate sign-ups, right?
Yes, because
so February
because
1st.
I mean, it's happening on February 12th.
Yes.
Is the actual
Yep.
event. So we want to make sure you have enough time to sign up. So that will take place February 1st. We'll start taking sign-ups. So, and that will be from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And again, all of this information will be in your February newsletter.
Yep.
But we want to make sure that you know ahead of time, because like this, it's not a lot of time to sign up.
Right.
And you know.
Again, COVID be darned.
And we want
We're
you to
having
read-
a party.
Yeah, we want you to read the newsletters.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of other information in there. So
Yeah, and the newsletter's a little different this month too.
yeah,
There's some
we're
things
trying
have
out
been
some new
changed
software.
up, so
and
very
things, so-
interesting.
yeah.
Interesting goodies.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to just talk briefly about brown bags. So brown bag recipients, the month of February, brown bag is going to be February 24th. And with that, I'm going to kind of add in the food pantry. I
Right.
do not feel like it's being utilized enough.
No.
And I'm sure seniors need it, and they're just afraid to reach out or not reaching out.
Right. Or maybe you can't get here.
But, right.
If you can't get here to the senior center, we can get it to you.
Yeah, but you can call us. We have a list pretty much of everything we have in the food pantry, and
Right.
it's well stored.
Right.
We've had some great
And if you're picking up your
contributions.
brown
Oh my
bag
gosh.
and you need a little extra, we can get an extra bag together for you the
Right.
same day. So
Absolutely. Just let us know.
in
Yeah.
advance. And
Let us know.
yeah.
No, and we'll do that because honestly, we want to utilize it more. So
Right.
please feel free to call. If not for yourself and you know someone that may need help and they're just
Right.
not reaching out, You know, we'll do a ding-dong ditch. We'll leave a bag of food at their front stairs if we have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that being said, next up is our guest speaker.
Yes, Fire Chief Michael O'Brien.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll be right
With
back.
some emergency tips.
Ooh, emergency
Yeah.
tips, yes.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Stay
Okay.
tuned.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Lakeville Senior Connection. We would like to welcome our guest today, Lakeville Fire Chief Michael O'Brien, with a huge felt thank you because we appreciate all that you and the Lakeville Fire Department do every day to keep the town of Lakeville safe.
Thank you for having me.
Great. We have asked you here to talk a little bit about fire safety and emergency safety, but we'd like to know if there's anything you'd like to talk about first.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate any opportunity to communicate with our seniors. I know they're a proud group of people, and they don't like to be called a vulnerable population, but we do focus a lot of our fire protection efforts on them because they're maybe not as quick as they used to be, and that makes them vulnerable to fire. We want to make sure that they are doing all the things they need to do to keep themselves safe. So this is a great opportunity for me to speak to them. So thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome. Cheryl, would you like to start?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of things, like a lot of questions
A
that
lot.
we want to ask you.
A lot. Hope you're
but-
comfy.
Well, you know, the first being the obvious, the COVID vaccine. We're really happy that all the firemen and first responders have been able to start the process of getting their first dose of the vaccine. And we're glad that you're going to be safe when you go into people's homes and whatnot. And we're just wanting to tell you that we're thankful that you guys have been on the front lines
Right.
and helping everyone, and that and we want our seniors to know that you'll never refuse to, help
Right.
them if they need any help. But this just makes you guys feel a little bit safer as well as them.
Yeah.
So I know this is an unprecedented situation that we're in, and something that a lot of us have never been through. And it's a scary time. It's a scary time for a lot of us. And as first responders, we're learning as we go, because we're facing new things. I've been a firefighter for almost 30 years, and this is probably one of the most challenging years of my career. It is the most challenging year of my career. And what we've discovered and what's making us a success is the ability to work as a team. Our first responders got their vaccines this past week, and it was because the Middleborough Fire Chief, Chief Benjamino, the Lakeville Police Chief, Chief Perkins, and Chief Perkins from Middleborough, we were able to work together and put a clinic together.
Nice.
So we shared the burden, shared the load, and it's not because so we can have a vaccine and do what we want to do. It's all done so we can provide a better service and be around to help people. And I want people at home to know that everything we're doing is geared towards eventually being able to make them safer and to provide the vaccine to them. I don't want anybody to feel like they're being left out or they're not in the thought process. Everything's got an order to it and a system to it, and it's really all that system isn't completely clear to me yet, but it will be, and I trust that the resources are going to be provided to me, and I'm 100% certain that I'll have the support of the town, the town's elected officials, all the employees. We're all working to help everybody out and make sure that they're safe. And it can't happen soon enough for any of us. And so we feel what you feel. We want to make everything right today, not tomorrow.
Right.
And we're struggling through, and we're fighting the good fight. And it's you that we're doing it for. And the first chance that we get to help you, we will help you. I promise you that.
Yeah. Well, we're thankful for that.
Yes.
We've had a lot of calls from seniors
Yeah.
regarding questions about it, and we've, given them the resources and where to go to look and whatnot. But would you say if they're hearing, there's probably a lot of rumors going around, different rumors, and just don't believe it. Wait until you hear from us or Board of Health or everyone. We'll do a mass media when it's ready, but.
I would ask them to be very vigilant. If you've got a Facebook account, visit the COA's Facebook page, visit the fire department, read your local paper, be vigilant, because we will be communicating when it's your turn. And there's everything that we want to do is we want it to happen as soon as it possibly can. And I can promise you there won't be a single delay if we can avoid it. Like the first day that we can pull this off, we're going to pull this off, and we will advocate for you. We will try and take care of our Lakeville residents and push them to the front and make sure that they're taken care of that very first day that they're allowed to be taken care of.
Excellent.
But please be vigilant, be proactive, talk to your friends, and stay in communication. Don't be isolated, and don't be paranoid that you're going to be left behind, because we're going to actively reach out to you.
Yep.
Right. And in that instance, we want to just let everybody know too that if they don't know if they're in our system, that to give us a call with their contact information, just to make sure that they are on the list, so to
Right,
speak.
and this would be for seniors. We
Right,
don't want everyone
right,
to Lakeville
just
to start
seniors,
calling us.
seniors only.
Seniors only, 16 over.
Right.
Or if they've changed numbers and
Yes.
they're not sure if we have their correct number.
Right.
Or if they've moved addresses. We're updating our system. It's called My Senior Center.
Yeah.
And we've been updating it every day this week, trying to get correct phone numbers, correct addresses. So yeah, good point. I
Yeah.
know we're going to talk about this later
Right,
too, but
right.
yeah, good point.
Yeah.
It's a
Call
great-
us.
That's a great resource.
Right.
Yeah,
We can do all calls, so we're hoping we can help you with all calls to seniors
Yep.
when the time comes, which is just, we make a recording and it goes out to a really large group,
And
so.
mailings and things
Yeah.
like that, so,
It's
yeah.
a great opportunity too to, if you need special accommodations, or if there's mobility issues or things like that, it's in our head right now that we're, just because you can't maybe get out to a site, or it's going to be a challenge to get you to the site, don't feel like you're going to be left behind. Like, we're going to make accommodations to take care of whatever your special need is. It's not, our interest is serving everybody, and not leaving anybody behind.
Excellent.
So don't be nervous about these things. Please know that, you may not meet us or know us or have been close to us, but I can promise you that everybody in this room and everybody back at the fire station and at the police station and at the Board of Health, we're advocating for you, and we truly want to get this done. We truly want to get as many people with vaccines in their arms as possible, as soon as possible.
I'm gonna tell you, I have such goosebumps right now. It's like great to be a part of this.
I
I'm like
know.
so glad you're here talking about it.
I know.
It's difficult. It's difficult, and I wish that I should have a little camera on my uniform, so you could see what I see, and because that lack of information and that lack of engagement kind of breeds paranoia, and when people are paranoid, they don't always behave their best,
Yeah.
and they and it's really important that we kind of we live our best life, and we put out put our best foot forward, because we're going to overcome whatever disruptions come our way, but it'd be great if we
Yes.
didn't have any.
I know.
So.
So, talking about behaving, I'm going to change off of
Oh.
COVID
Yeah.
for a minute. Oh, no. So, we watch all the Facebook sites for all
Yeah.
the local, things.
Yeah.
And maybe a week ago, I saw maybe some seniors might not have behaved or cooperated at a fire call. And so we'd like to talk a little bit about, let's just educate them all, fire safety, if an alarm goes off in your apartment building, what they should be doing.
So, one of the things that we're sitting in a building that's protected by a fire alarm system, and hopefully we all have smoke detectors at home, or we live in an apartment building with a fire alarm system, and the devices are so good that they frequently go off for cooking, or whatever the mishap might be.
That would be my cooking, just so you know.
If it's when you hear that fire alarm so often, you become desensitized to it. You hear it all the time, and the easy thing to do is to presume that it's a false alarm, another false alarm, and another false alarm. And one of the things about fire is that no one really truly appreciates it until they've been in a fire. You don't appreciate its speed, you don't appreciate the damage it causes, or your inability to outrun it until you've been in a fire. And those seconds and minutes that fire alarm gives you might be the only seconds and minutes that you have. And so if you hesitate and you assume that it's nothing, that could have been your opportunity to get out, and now you're going to be a victim. And one thing about Lakeville, it's a small town and we have a smaller fire department, but we have some really big buildings and apartment buildings where we have lots of people who live in. And pretty much if we show up to a fire and we've got people hanging out of a window or trapped in their apartments, that's that's the only thing that we can do. We don't have multiple companies of firefighters where we can do a rescue and attack the fire. We're gonna focus on getting you out, and it'll be our complete focus, because that's all we have the resources for. So it's a very dangerous effort by those few firefighters that we have showing up, because now they're operating without hose lines, they're operating without that protection that they normally would have. So not only you're endangering yourself by not getting out, but now the firefighters are exposed to undue risk as well. They're the ones that are gonna have to go into these situations to try and drag you out. And I think people are almost, they're almost hurt by their intelligence. Very, very smart people. I've seen, engineers and doctors absolutely refuse to adhere to a fire alarm and get out. And it's not a question of being smart or stupid. It's a question of never being exposed to fire. And not to go off on a tangent, but one of the most remarkable I say young lady, I always say that to be polite, but one of the most,
Good call.
she may have been a little bit older. But I was doing a school inspection of a private school, and I walked into a classroom, and it was a fire inspector's dream. Everything was squared away. There were rows for evacuation. There weren't too many combustibles on the wall. I was literally stopped in my tracks and brought it in. And so I had to talk to her. I had to know what she knew, why she acted that way. Because all of her other teachers on that floor were awful. Their classrooms were a mess. It was just a nightmare. I was so frustrated. And I walked into this beautiful setup in this classroom, and she was an RA at Providence College in the early 1970s, and they had a dorm fire when she was there. And she saw firsthand how fast the fire moved to the dorms. There was absolutely nothing for me to enforce in her classroom, and there was nothing I could say to her to improve her behaviors. That one experience and that one night 30 years ago changed her life for the rest of her, it changed her for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
And I think if you could take away like that, wow, and that's what, nothing I can say, nothing I can communicate to you about doing the right thing in a fire alarm can ever
Replace that
experience that she had.
Right.
Yeah.
And if she was changed by just that one experience, maybe you could really maybe second guess the way you treat these fire alarms and this opportunity to get out.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense?
That's a good point. No, it
Yeah.
does. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you. A two-part to this, and I just want to check. People that have pets in their apartments, just leave their pets and get out. I know a lot of them probably really worry about that. What would you say? Is it just that? Leave them, get out.
it's going to be difficult to say this the right way.
Okay.
So I can promise you, as somebody who's been witness to the death of people in fires, I'm very saddened by it, but I'm absolutely heartbroken by the death of a pet. And I can promise you that we will give our full effort, and we will do everything I can to rescue your pet as if it was a person, because that's how we're programmed. But slowing down to get your pet out, and maybe a panicked cat or a dog, it's been my experience that the dogs in fires tend to run to kennels, tend to run to whatever their favorite spot is in the house, because that's where they feel safe. They don't tend to run for exit doors.
Right.
And so, recently we had a death in Massachusetts of a woman who tried to rescue her dogs. And a human life is something precious and something that's just, you can't replace. And I know we feel about our pets, but leave that to us. I promise that we will give it a shot.
You heard that from the chief. He promises, and I believe you.
Yeah.
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Did we want to ask about, so if somebody is unable to get out of their house on their own, are you aware of that, or should they make the fire department aware of that ahead of time? I don't know.
So one of the things that, I came from Rhode Island. I was a deputy fire chief in Portsmouth. So one of the things in Rhode Island we had that was great, and that's why I kind of keyed into that system that you were talking about, how you're going to reach out and notify people about vaccines. We had a thing called the Special Needs Registry. And if people were wheelchair bound, or if they were unable to get out of their house, they would actually register in this website. And we kept an active list of those people with special needs, like mobility, in our dispatch area, and they get attached to addresses, and it was updated pretty frequently. So on the way to a fire call, we would be alerted by dispatch saying we have we have wheelchair-bound woman living on the first floor of that residence.
Oh, that's excellent.
And that's where we focus our search on. That's the first place we would go to get them out. And it was a couple instances where it made a difference. We knew we had somebody in there.
Because you had the focus
Right.
where to go. Do we have that in Lakeville?
No, but it sounds like I want to talk to you about this system because it could be something that we could.
Sure, with the
Yeah.
My Senior Center.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So,
Awesome.
and another application too is like prior to like a big storm or, a big weather event.
Yes.
What we would do is we would go through the list, call and make sure they had enough oxygen, make sure they're generating, if they had.
Oh, that
that's
was your next
perfect.
question coming up. She was going to
Right.
ask you about that.
Yeah, it's a nice little way of opening up that communication back and forth between
Right.
public safety and the seniors, so.
And it helps you to know what you're getting into when you approach the emergency.
But experienced firefighters also read the building. Like if I pull up to a fire and I see a wheelchair ramp, or other like the handholds that that a lot of seniors use,
Yeah.
that clues me in that there's somebody there that might not be able to get themselves out. And
Right.
so our assumption is, until proven otherwise, is that the house is inhabited. Like so, that's one of the first questions I'll ask if there's a bystander there. Is everybody out? Is everybody accounted for?
Right.
And if the answer is I don't know or no, obviously we go into that rescue mode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. All right,
Wow.
so let's see. I did my pets question.
Am I
Yeah.
talking too fast?
No, you're
not
doing
at all.
great.
All
This
right,
is
just-
awesome.
Yeah.
Nope, this
it's
is
helpful, useful information that we can all use.
Yeah.
Right.
Not even just
definitely.
seniors.
And you love our seniors, and so do we. So
Yeah.
It's just great. It's a great atmosphere in this building. I miss it.
Yeah.
you have no idea
I
how much we miss it. So
Yeah. Speaking of the weather emergencies and
Yeah.
so forth, with power outages and things like that, people should obviously keep some type of emergency kits on hand. Are there certain items that you recommend that they keep in their home for?
Well, obviously, I know cell phones are a great new tool, and you want to, before a weather event even starts, you want to make sure that's charged up fully. Battery operated lighting is key. Candles, please stay away from the open flames. When we have extended power outages, I know what's coming. Like I know what's coming.
Right.
I've had we had an extended power outage at one point in my career. We had 3 multiple alarm fires before the power was restored because it was all related to candles.
Yeah.
So if you are, if you're able to use a generator, make sure that, don't worry about that generator being exposed to the elements. Make sure the generator is away from the house.
I'm going to ask
That
that.
was
Yeah.
one of my questions.
We ran into a lot of carbon monoxide emergencies related to these power outages.
And not in the
Right.
basement either, correct?
No, not in the
Not
house
in the house at all.
Yeah,
Like,
don't put it in your garage.
I've known of people putting it in their basement,
Don't
thinking it's not in the house, but that's the house.
But even the garage, if the door is open, no?
Yeah, and if the garage is connected to the house, it shouldn't be in there.
Not at all.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good to know.
Yeah.
just the same way you wouldn't let your car run, just
Right.
run in the garage.
Right,
The generators develop, putting off carbon dioxide too.
okay.
So it's, and even, I guess one of the things that it's difficult to talk about, because a lot of people get offended by it, is the condition of your house really helps out a lot too.
Absolutely.
So if you're walking around your house and your house is, you've got clear aisles, you've got, all the things that you love kind of pushed out of the way, it's easier to operate in that low light with these flashlights and these battery operated lights. If you've got a lot of clutter and a lot of those throw rugs and things like that, all these things they're normally a trip hazard.
Right.
But when you're dealing with a
Yes.
power outage, like really it's tough to navigate your house.
Right.
So even that, like you have to kind of almost storm ready your house. And it's outside of the kits, it's just, you have to have a house that doesn't have a lot of things in the way, a lot of things for you to trip over. Because you only get one shot at kind of, you break a hip or you break a leg or something, that's a difficult thing to come back from.
Right.
And unfortunately, it happens a lot.
And if emergency people can't get into the house because of
Right.
things that are blocking the way or whatever, you want to make sure that they have a clear path too.
I'm not even talking about the hoarding is another thing that we could go into like a whole
Yeah.
hour-long
Yes.
talk on itself. It's just the typical, how I remember the way my mom liked her house. She wanted to keep everything we ever made her or ever gave her out and about, in every chair.
On
every picture.
display.
On
Yes.
display for everyone to see, because she was proud of everything that.
Proud of
she's-
little
yeah.
monkey.
I don't know. There was many embarrassing times that maybe I provided her, but but it's difficult. Like, you want to make your house ready for that event, and it's beyond going to the flashlights and the batteries. You have to make sure you have clear paths through your house.
Right.
You know, all these things that you could trip over. Think about what's going to hurt you, and make it disappear.
Good point.
Yeah.
I did want to bring up, I had a senior call the other day regarding burning permits.
Oh boy.
Nope, it's okay. I actually calmed her a little bit. No, it's just difficult. We have a lot of seniors that
Yeah.
don't have computers,
Right.
aren't computer savvy. I did direct her to call the library and see if their computers were being in use, and if she needed help with what she was trying to do, if someone there may be able to assist her. And then I think she was a little misinformed on the process after. So once you get your burn permit, you have to call the day you want to burn, and it's a pre-recorded message, correct? Letting you know if it's A-okay or not okay that day.
That's correct.
And that's all you have to do. And so I did write that number down. The open burn line, 946-0044.
Perfect. Thank you.
Bam. Yeah, because she was afraid she'd have to go back to the library and go back on the
Yeah.
computer. So if one senior asks a question, it makes us think there are other seniors with the same exact question.
So the open burning season lasts from January 15th through May 1st. And we went to online permitting because the fire station's closed.
Right.
And Lakeville takes their burning seriously. They like to do their outdoor burning, they like to keep their yards nice, and I get that. And so we didn't want to deny them that opportunity, so we developed this online system so they could still have their burn permits. They don't have to go out in public and be exposed to anything. They can be safe, and our responders can be safe too, because we don't have those interactions. If somebody can't manage or can't figure out the burn permit application process, then they can call us up, and what we'll do is we'll go through the process with them over the phone.
Okay.
Because there's really no confidential information that they're going to share with us. But you do have to have an email address, because that's how it's delivered. We can probably print it up and mail it to you, but you're going to be waiting a while.
Okay.
And the big thing going forward is it's going to be a very easy renewal system. So that's your permit, that's going to be your permit forever. And so next year, you'll get an email reminding you that burn season's coming up, and click here if you want to renew.
Oh, that's
So we're trying to make it easier for them, where they don't have to drive around and do all these things.
And re-register the next
Yeah.
year and the next
Okay,
year.
and so what
Oh,
if they
good.
don't have an email? I'm going to catch you with that one. They don't have a computer, they don't have an email.
I'm gonna just figure out what your email is.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put that in there. It's difficult. I don't, if they don't have to use their email,
Okay.
so if they have a son or a daughter, if they have a
Right.
brother,
Okay.
if they know, if they have somebody that they trust with their burn permit,
Okay.
then they can enter their email address.
All
It
right.
can be somebody else. You can apply for a burn permit on somebody else's behalf.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, online, I know they're accepting payments online. Is it, so bank routing number or credit card?
So there's like a bank routing number, and there's a fee with that, and that's kind of beyond our control. It's
Yes,
kind of-
yeah.
And that's the most expensive way to do it, so I don't recommend that.
Okay,
The credit card has a fee as well, but I think it's like $1.20.
okay.
And that $1.20 to me, it's worth, as much as I'd love to see you visit, and
Right.
and see the smile face, during these times, $1.20 is money well spent,
Yep.
not having to go out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to pay the $1.20, you're always welcome to mail it to the fire station. Or if you mark it properly as a burn permit, you can put it in the drop box in front of the town hall.
That would be quicker than mailing.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be quicker.
Yeah.
And the drop box is the same drop box for the entire town hall, correct?
Yep. and-
Needs to be marked fire department clearly, burn permit, so it gets right
Yeah.
to you.
So there's no confusion what the check is for.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Okay, so we touched on this briefly a little bit before we started talking, but I'm just going to say this because I want the seniors to know
Yeah.
these masks,
They're not forever.
they're not forever.
No.
You cannot wear the same mask. Does it not have the right effects?
So what I usually try and do, like, if I make a mistake and I drink coffee out of mine, I sneeze in it, no. So what happens is these things are meant to maybe last, for me, they last about half a day. The more you use them, the more if you're out and about, you should probably throw away. If you're in groups and large groups of people in crowded areas and you get that mask on, everything it protected you from is on your mask now. And it's time to throw it away. They're disposable, and just throw them away properly. The cloth masks, they're great and they serve the purpose, but if you don't wash them, it's
Gotta wash them.
Gotta wash
They're
them,
so
yeah.
easy
I
in the
know.
sink with some soap, detergent,
Yeah.
hang it, it
And they
dries
dry
overnight.
I
Yeah.
know this is a little gross.
He's
all
gonna
right?
say it's gross.
It's gross.
What is it? I like gross. No.
Sometimes I've reached and grabbed the mask and I wasn't really sure how long it's been there, and, but I needed the mask real quick. I put it on, and you can tell the difference if it's clean or not. It's got a certain,
You know if it's
it's like, ooh, and you take that one off. That one should go right in the trash.
Okay.
That's just a little.
Okay, so if you
Right.
smell your breath,
Right.
Yeah, if
basically.
you smell it, especially-
The KN95, same kind of thing, or these?
So if you want to, for level of protection, the cloth mask is great. It's what's recommended, but that's the lowest level of protection.
Lowest level,
And then you get the surgical mask, which I'm wearing now.
yes.
And then you have the KN95,
Okay,
which is kind of like the Chinese version of the N95.
okay.
So that's the next up from that. And then we
Okay.
have the N95, which you can always tell because it has like a round shape to it.
Yes,
So
versus this
This pocket little
pocket shape,
yeah.
okay.
And that's the best. That's the
Okay,
offers you the best protection.
all right. Any opinions on these little doodaddies?
Well,
Big shield.
The big, oh my God, look at this thing. I've never put it on, I don't know.
actually two.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's serious.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my God. Kelly's laughing at me from behind.
We have an
I'm like,
audience.
what the heck do you do with that?
It's joking me. It's joking me.
I'm sorry, I just hit my mic. Okay. I don't care. This is great.
So that should never be worn by itself.
Okay.
So you
It
should
doesn't
wear it with,
replace mask.
so was she okay with that mask and then have that on?
I know there's some Department of Health rules out there for people who can't wear masks. This is like a good alternative.
Right.
But for that to work its best and provide you the top protection, the mask is it. Like this will keep you,
Okay.
a little bit safer. These are typically worn with us. We wear regular eye protection like goggles.
Because of bodily fluids or
yeah.
things like that.
We wear these on every single call, like eye protection mask. If we have a more serious call, like something we might suspect is COVID-19, then the shields are coming out.
But you have everything underneath, so I guess what he's saying is this alone
Isn't
Not really protective.
isn't really protecting you.
Remember when I was rating everything?
Yes.
And I said this was like the cloth masks were like the lowest level of protection.
Yeah.
That would fall under that.
Okay.
Okay.
All
It
right.
offers you some protection, but not very good protection.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know it was two.
Yeah, it was two.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh my gosh,
And
I
you
took
showed
it
us
out
how
and
to
I'm like,
wear it.
and I'm like, what is this, Cheryl? You gotta help me out here.
Buy one, get one.
Oh my goodness. All right, so
All
I
right.
think we've actually asked all our questions.
I know.
Really?
Anything else you wanna?
Did you anything else you want to touch on?
Well, let me think for a minute. No, I just, again, I want to say that, it's a difficult time. And if you know me or if you follow the fire department, we do our best to try and be funny and lift everybody's spirits. And
Got to.
sometimes it's the emotional side of this is what's really, we're going to get through this. We're going to persevere. We're going to take care of you. We're going to get through. We're going to be okay. But the emotional toll it takes on everybody is what causes people to fall by the wayside. Unfortunately, we've lost people in this town. The people who were unfortunately overcome by the virus, but we don't have any choice but to persevere. And we to overcome what we're dealing with right now, we're going to do it. But what's going to make it easier and it's going to bring it about faster is if we support each other. It's a little bit of compassion, a little bit of politeness, and a little bit of be nice to each other, and maybe not stick out that elbow and try to get to the front of the line and just be compassionate to each other. It will serve the greater good. I promise you that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So that's what if I had to ask for something in return for our service as public safety, it was just to a little bit of patience and a little bit of kindness to each other, not to us, to each other, and that'll make everything so much easier going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, and thank you for our shirts.
Yes.
Which came from
Which
where?
we love.
The Lakeville Firefighters
I'm going to turn around. Can you see the back, Craig? The back of the shirt?
Yep, yep.
Love it.
So the Lakeville Firefighters Association, they heard I was coming out today, and they wanted to make sure you guys were repping the red.
Yay,
Yeah.
repping the red. Kelly got one too.
So, thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
that.
you very
Thank
much.
you.
And if everyone stands by, we'll be back shortly.
Welcome back.
Welcome
We're
back.
back with our craft.
Yes.
Our craft today is this little cute little snowman thermometer.
Yes, it is. I gotta say first, that was a great interview with the
Yeah.
chief. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I
very.
also want to say, because I didn't say this earlier, we're not wearing our masks. But again, we've said this before. Cheryl and I are in a bubble. We're in our
Right.
office together.
Right.
Um,
And we social distance. We still have distance between us, but
yeah. So that's why.
Yeah.
So don't get nervous. We
Yeah.
we have our masks that we wear when we get up and walk around. But for
Right.
this,
right.
yeah, we're not. But yes, craft. Cheryl picked the craft again. Super cute.
Don't blame me.
It goes with our it goes with our snowman theme.
We have
All
a
right.
cute little snowman theme going on.
All right, everyone. So I'm going to put together, Cheryl's going to read directions. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
And so we're going to do this together. So when did these go out? We gave these to everyone in their goodie bags.
Oh my goodness.
It was this Tuesday.
This past Tuesday.
Tuesday
Yeah.
in your
It
goodie
seemed
bags.
like a long week.
Oh my
Even though
God.
we had a day off during the week.
I know,
At
crazy.
Monday we had
Yeah.
off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but
Yes. A long week.
it's been a long week.
Yeah.
We've had a lot going on.
I hope they liked all their goodies in the.
I know.
craft goodie bag.
Yeah, those little extra goodies.
We were
that
trying to think
snuck
out of
in
the
there.
box.
We
The
try to
soup.
sneak things
Pick
in.
the soup
Yeah.
and the crackers.
Yeah, so if you have your soup, get your soup
Crackers.
ready. And we'll
Now
get
we
to
just
the
need
craft.
some snow. There's no snow to make snowmen.
I know.
All right, so we're gonna make our own. You go, Cheryl. Tell me
right.
what to do.
So
Taking all my pieces
we're gonna
out.
first thing we're gonna do is find your thermometer
Got
that
'em.
came in the bag.
Yep.
All these parts you should have in your little kit. Take your little snowman body, and we're gonna glue. You got a little glue stick in your bag too.
Everyone got a glue
So we're gonna
stick.
just glue that little thermometer to the body at the at the base of the.
Okay. All right. I gotcha. I
So,
gotcha.
Just do that first.
All right. So I'm gonna do this like this.
And I can't get my glue cap off.
Da, 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 da. All right, kids.
Yeah.
We got a call today from a particular senior. Oh no, we didn't get a call. We got a card in the an email. Oh my gosh, my babies are
Yes.
like. We got an email today from a particular senior that already made her craft and she loves it.
Yeah, and she loved her little goodie bag.
Yep. So
Yep.
I hope everyone takes time to make it. This is supposed to be fun. All
I
right.
know.
All right. So I've glued.
Yep. And then it's just the instructions say just assemble and glue foam pieces as shown. But so you can do it however you want to do it. So if you don't want to, it shows the little snowflake down in the corner. But you
All
can
right.
put it any way you want on them, really. You're
So is
gonna
that
have
what
a
we're
little.
gonna do next? Little snowflake.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna pop my snowflake out. Cheryl, I'm doing this like I'm at home and you're instructing me what to
Okay.
do. So
I'm the arts and crafts teacher.
arts and crafts. Arts and crafts with Cheryl. All right, so I'm gonna put right in the corner. Oh, I see what we're doing. There we go. Okay. All right, what's next?
Next, you
Teach?
can put your little mittens on.
Okay, let's pop our little mittens out.
And the mittens go, you can kind of tell by the picture on your little instruction thing
Oh,
on
so
where you
one
want to put the
mitten-
mittens.
Yeah, one mitten goes up here because that's where it shows it.
Yep.
Up
And
there,
it has a
okay.
little fur piece to the little white piece that came with it that goes on the top. So it's like the fur on the mittens, I guess.
Oh, that's what those are for.
or maybe snow on the mitten. I'm really not sure.
I'm gonna make mine waving, I think.
Yeah, I think they all are waving.
Are they? I'm gonna accentuate
See,
my
like
wave.
this.
Oh, look
So
at
that's
them,
the-
cute,
yeah.
cute. Okay,
So
now I
that's-
get the glove.
That's our snowman, the final product. I'm going to put it right here in the middle.
There you go.
Um,
Right, and then this hand is like, whoa, what's going
Yeah,
on?
then you
Okay.
got the mitten.
We miss everybody. Don't
We do.
miss
This would be
everyone?
fun to do all together.
Oh my gosh.
But we're doing it together right
we
now.
are doing it together.
Yeah,
But we do miss you. We like
we
to
do.
tell you
It's
how
really
much.
quiet here. We make a lot of noise talking, but
But otherwise, all right, it is so quiet. Listen.
it is.
Hear a pin drop.
It is.
You could hear a pin drop, you guys. We need some entertainment. You
Okay.
seniors need to come back and entertain us.
I know.
All right, what's next?
Then we have our scarf, okay?
Scarf.
So now in the picture, like on the scarf itself, it doesn't have any like little fringe at the bottom, but in the picture it shows fringe. So what you can do if you want, or you can leave it the way it is, and you can take your scissors and cut the ends a little
Well,
bit.
I'm gonna need to borrow your scissors.
Yeah.
Cheryl's getting
And you
fancy.
can do it however you want to do it.
Cheryl's getting fancy.
I'm getting tricky.
tricky.
No, I like the little fringe thing, so
Okay.
I thought that was cute.
No, this is
But I
cute.
mean, you can leave it plain if you want to.
Oh, see, now I just put fingernail marks on mine.
And then you can glue it on around his neck.
I wonder if anyone watching made a cup of tea, because we did put tea
I know, or
and
coffee, or their
in
soup.
with that goodie
Maybe
bag.
they're having their lunch,
Maybe
having
they
some
are.
soup,
Ooh, or a snack, cookies.
or the cookies.
Oh, the cookies, they looked so good.
Yeah.
I love cookies. All right. Ooh, all right, where am I putting this?
So far we've got the mittens and the.
Okay, yep, so we're
So
going.
we're getting there.
Getting there.
Yep.
I don't know which camera, so I'm just
Yep. I don't know what
All
camera
right,
either.
neither. Look, we'll go for it.
We have a lot of cameras now. Okay, so then you can
What's
do your
next?
hat if you want.
Okay. Is the hat a two-piece?
The hat's kind of funny. This little blue piece is kind of an odd shape, so I guess you could put it on however you want to put it on, however shape you think it would look cute.
Oh, I want to do it like this.
You can have it pointed a little bit.
Oh, but then the red has to go on it too.
Yeah, there's a pom-pom for it, so do however you want to do it. I think I did like the pointed end up on the last one, but
I'm gonna do
doesn't mean
mine
you
like
have to.
that.
You can
Okay.
do it however you want.
So discretion. It's up to your discretion, I guess,
Yeah.
is what Cheryl's saying. It's up to your.
It's all up to your discretion, so
Right.
however you want to do it. You can make them silly, you can make them serious.
I hope some of you guys are able to maybe even do these with your grandkids.
I know.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm going to put my hat.
It's got a little red brim too on the hat.
It's so cute.
This little red piece here. That's the
All
brim
right,
to the
so,
hat.
oh, I forgot my pom-pom. Pom-pom.
I'm doing my brim first. Not that it matters. There's no order.
There's no water. You're freaking me out, Cheryl. I'm doing it in the wrong. Oh. I hope everyone's okay. Oh my gosh, my hat
Yeah.
just fell off as I said that. I hope everyone's okay and my hat fell off.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. Is your snowman okay?
He'll be all right.
Okay. Okay, so I got my hat all done.
We've had a very mild winter. At least you guys aren't worrying
This is
so
my
much
little
about.
hat. I did a rounded hat kind of this time.
I think I did too. Yeah.
So he's got a little pom-pom on the hat.
Okay.
Cute.
Cutesy cutes.
These
All
are
right.
really cute.
What is next, my friend?
The eyes. The little googly eyes. So you can make them silly or you could make them cute. Whatever
Okay.
you want to do.
Oh, jeez, I just made a mess.
You can make them close together. You can make them far apart. However you want to do it.
I like
I think I
this.
put these on this one. I did them kind of close. A little
That's
bit
cute.
apart, but
Oh, my goodness.
I think I'm going to do these close together.
Ooh, I'm going to do mine a little goofy.
I knew you would.
Well, I just can't. Now, which way does the nose go? Let me see what you did on yours. I'm stealing Cheryl.
Yeah.
All right, so nose like
So
that.
that's as close as they can go. Yeah, and then your nose.
Okay, here we go. Do you guys like these crafts? You have to like,
I do.
yeah, we do. We hope you guys like them. I wonder if there's anything like they'd like to do, if there's anything you'd like to do or try.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to do a craft like this. I wonder one day we could do like some kind of painting thing. It would have to be a paint by
Okay,
numbers. I don't know.
I'm gonna follow you
too
then
far.
on that
All right.
one. You can choose that craft.
All right. I don't know what I'm thinking, but let us know if there's something you'd like to try, right?
Yeah.
We
So
can
then,
try it.
if you want to draw a mouth on your little snowman, you can. If you want to draw an arm on him, like I did on this one,
I lost my glove.
I do a little smiley mouth and then a little arm here to make it stand out so it looks like an arm. Or you can just leave them as is. It's up to you.
All right. I want to see how you did that. All my stuff is. All right. I'm going to borrow your pen after. Okay. Oh, see, Cheryl's a professional. Can I
No,
borrow your
she's
pen?
not.
Thank you, dear.
And there he is, all done. Cute little simple craft. And now you can look at the temperature in your house. And then what I did on that one too, and I tried to do it, but I don't think it went back down. But the fringe you can kind of play with and kind of make it look fringy.
Oh, yeah, you can. Kind of like trying to curl my eyelashes in the morning.
Yeah,
Horrible
kind
at
of.
that.
I don't do that, but.
I try.
So there he is.
All right, and so there's mine.
And
I
there
did a
they are.
squiggly face and goofy eyes.
Yeah. Ta-da.
Yay.
We hope you liked it. I hope you liked it.
We hope you had fun. All right, okay.
Did you have fun, Laurie?
I did have fun. Thank you,
Okay.
Cheryl.
You're welcome.
I love your little crafts. Hope everyone had fun. I know we were going to do it on Facebook Live, but you know what? I think we're just going to do crafts like this.
Well,
during
this was easier too because we
Yeah.
had a big show today with a lot
Yeah,
of stuff
and
to
Craig-
talk about.
Yeah, and Craig does the editing, and so it just
Yeah.
it works in easier. So
Right.
we're sorry, Facebook followers. You'll be able to see the whole program.
Yeah, on Facebook
the
and
craft.
actually because we'll share it on Facebook.
Yes, yeah.
On our
So,
page, and it will be on LakeCAM's Facebook page.
Yes,
So,
you'll
yeah.
see it everywhere.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to continue. We have a few more important things we would like to discuss. I think I was thinking of 3 things from the town clerk's office.
Right.
Okay, so I'll start. Yes.
Yes.
All right, we have 3 notices from the town clerk's office that we'd like to mention. The first one, very important. The 2021 census forms were mailed out to each household the first week of January, and residents are urged to review, update, sign, and return the census forms as soon as possible if they have not already done so. Even if there are no changes, so if everything's the same, you still need to sign the bottom and return it. The forms can be mailed to the town clerk at 346 Bedford Street, or put into the town clerk's drop box, which is right outside of the town hall, and it says drop box on it. There was an envelope provided this year for your convenience, so please remember census, very important. And what did we say about it, Cheryl?
I was just going to say, let's reiterate that the importance of getting all that information back to the town so that we can contact you when there's any information on vaccines or
Right.
anything else for that matter.
Because
So,
part of what we're doing is we're making sure our list match the town clerk's list as far
Right.
as addresses and birth dates.
we don't want to miss anyone.
Yeah, we're probably
So-
going to be calling them soon to see if they have phone numbers, just so when the vaccines roll out, we can reach you. We've said
Right.
it a million times, and I hope everyone is listening.
I know.
That's important. All right,
Yeah,
what else from the
definitely.
town clerk, Miss Cheryl?
It's also now time to license your dog. So the registration period has already begun. So it started January 4th and it goes through April 30th. In order to license your dog, the owners will need to provide a copy of valid rabies certificates and a certificate of spaying and neutering. There is a fee of $16 per dog. If the dog has not been spayed or neutered, that's $16. Or if they have been spayed or neutered, it's $10 per dog.
But I do know you have to have that spay or neuter. We can't
Yes,
go
you
by
do.
word. You have to get something.
Yeah.
If you can't find it at home, I would say call the vet
And the
ahead of
rabies
time.
shot,
Yes,
yeah.
rabies as well,
Yeah.
correct.
And also, just please note that if you're licensing your dog after that time period, after April 30th, there will be a late fee of $50 in addition to
Big late
the
fee.
fees.
Yes,
So
we need to get it done.
yeah, get it done before April 30th, and if you're really late, after September 30th, there's a late fee. It increases to $100.
Right.
So make sure you get it in on time
Yeah.
before
And
April 30th.
I believe the ACO in town works with the town clerk. I think when it comes to the fees being charged if you're late, so.
Yeah,
And if you have any questions, please call the town clerk and the assistant town clerk,
Yeah.
Ms. Lillian Drain and Ms. Jessie Berry
right,
at 946-8800.
right.
Or 946-8814 if you have any questions regarding it.
Yeah.
The forms are on the website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
On
so,
the town website.
yeah, the town
Yep.
website, I believe the forms are there, you can download them from there and get
Yeah.
them sent in. And one last thing from the clerk's office, don't want to forget this.
Yep.
The Lakeville Annual Town Election will be held on Monday, April 5th, 2021, from noon till 8 p.m. for precincts 1, 2, and 3 at the Ted Williams Camp, Loon Pond Lodge at 28 Precinct Street in Lakeville. Along with this, election papers, for those that want to run, election papers will be available as of January 4th. Again, contact the town clerk if you have questions. For more information on these notices, please visit the town's website at www.lakevillemA.org. Go under the tab and scroll to the town clerk's link, and all these forms and all this information will be available.
And it's also going to be available in your February newsletter.
Oh, that's
so
right,
no
yeah.
need to, if you don't have a pen and paper right now,
Yes.
you'll get it.
You'll get it.
in the mail.
Yep, the newsletter, we'll be getting that out
Right.
next week sometime.
Yep.
So be looking for it.
Yep.
Everything we've talked about is in there.
Right.
I do, quick note, want to say Officer Emily Ann Mello, our Elderly Affairs Liaison, has been helping cover for another officer working the night shift. As of January 26th, she is back to patrol day shifts, 7 to 3 p.m. She said if there's anything she can assist you with, no matter how big or small, she will do all that she can to help or set you in the right direction. So we just wanted to touch on that,
Right.
let the seniors know. We know you're not here, and I know she used to come in like on Cafe Fridays and chat with them, and if you needed to talk in private, she could always go and talk in private.
But now she's available.
Yeah, she's
during the
available
day.
again during the day. She can
Yep.
talk to you over the phone. If for some reason she needs to come to your house, I'm sure she'll work that
something
out.
out. Yep.
Socially distancing and
Yeah,
face covered. I'm
Yep.
sure she'll be able to do that, not a problem.
I'm sure. And also, one other reminder that we do have the loan closets available. We call them sheds.
Yeah,
Because we have
loan-
2 sheds full of medical equipment.
Full. of
So if you need anything at all, we have commodes, we have walkers, we have crutches, we have wheelchairs, rollators.
Yeah,
You
even
name
that-
it, we got it.
We even have the oddity things. We have the sock puller-upper thingies.
Yeah.
We have the little grabby thingies, like
Yeah.
that you can grab things off the floor.
Yeah, we might even have
bars.
some different types of things here and there, because sometimes people will call us and ask if we need something in that line. So
Yeah.
sometimes we have it. So if you're not sure, if it's
Yes.
something that you're looking for, give us a call and we can
Yeah.
get you any equipment that you need. You can
And-
stop by and pick it up.
Yeah, and absolutely, we love that people want to donate things to the
Yeah.
senior center. We do. We love
Yes,
it. We
we do.
appreciate it. At the moment, we do not need crutches
Yeah.
or walkers. We
Yeah.
are inundated with
Right,
both.
right.
And I think what happens is people are so sweet, they may see them because we're going to be going through and getting rid of any that are hard to use, broken,
Right.
rickety, and they go to the dump. And I know last year this happened, that someone saw them all at the dump and picked them up and brought them all back, which is super sweet. But yes, so at the moment we don't,
need any
don't
walkers or crutches.
Right. You can
But I mean,
always.
always check with your local, a nursing home
Or
or,
other
even a hospital or a
Either-
medical facility.
Or
Maybe
senior
they need-
centers, other senior centers,
Right.
local ones, Freetown, Berkeley, Middleborough.
Yeah. Yeah.
But definitely wheelchairs, and when we say we'll take them, as long as they're in working condition, because we're not all that mechanically inclined to fix
We especially like the transport wheelchairs,
Yes.
if you have those,
Yes.
because those are kind of come and go. I mean,
Yes.
a lot of people use them periodically
Right.
just to go to doctor visits or whatever.
Yeah, and transport is different. They have the 4 small wheels.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if someone ever does need them for a doctor's appointment, they are available. You can pick them up the day of or the day before if you need them.
Right.
We usually like those back because so many people use them for doctor's appointments. We like to
Right.
have them on hand.
Right.
But yes, our loan sheds
Yeah.
are full.
Yes.
Please
and,
use them.
And one more reminder, just one more.
Just one more.
Promise, just one more. We just wanted to let you know that the reminder that we do have an outreach counselor here, Lucille Dallaire, who's here Mondays and Tuesdays, 9 to 2. And also our veterans agent is available on Fridays from 8 to 4, but he also takes appointments by phone as far as over the phone. They're not coming in. No one's
Yeah, we're
coming into
still
the building
closed.
still.
Sorry.
But everything, they can help you over the phone.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they both do an excellent job. We're
Yes, they
appreciative
do.
of all of it.
Yeah.
So to end the program, I know
Yes.
it's not February yet, but we're close. And we just want to say February is Friendship Month. And we're friends. So the importance of social connections during Friendship
Super
Month
important.
and during
It's,
COVID.
it's important all the time.
Yes.
But especially now and during isolation
Yeah.
with COVID and all that. If you're thinking of somebody or whatever, pick up the phone and call them. If you don't have their number or you don't
Right.
have their, if you want to send them a card and you don't have their address or something, you could send it to us and we can
Yeah,
get
we
it
can
to
get
them
it to them.
if we have their information.
Yeah.
So just give us a call and we can put you in connection somehow,
Right,
some way.
we can help too.
And it would brighten their day as much
Yeah.
as it would brighten yours.
Something
So-
creative, or even, you know what, make a card
Yeah,
and put it on someone's doorstep.
yeah,
Or we want to keep social distancing, so we don't want you to go to their house and
Right.
knock and wait for them to come to the door, but you can slip it in their mailbox. Or how about leaving a little handmade card for your postmaster, or the guy that picks up your trash, or the milkman, or
Yeah.
I don't know, the recycle man, whoever may come to your house.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
And then if they pay it forward,
yep,
pay it forward. We never thought of that.
right.
If people just paid it forward.
But like the fire chief said, kindness, it goes a long way.
Yeah,
It does.
absolutely. I was telling Cheryl earlier when we were talking about, you know, creative approaches and keeping in touch. I have a pen pal that I became friends with when I was 10 years old, and we used to old-fashioned write letters back and forth faithfully, and to
That was
this
before
day.
the internet, before all this
I know, but
email
still
and
to
everything.
this day,
I
her
know.
and I keep in touch. Granted, it is via Facebook and texting, but we're still friends.
Right.
So even a handwritten sentiment
Yeah.
to a friend
Because
would be
friendships,
wonderful.
that's how friendships last, by reaching out.
There you
So
So we hope
That's
you
right, keep
enjoyed
the
our
connection.
program, right?
Yeah.
The connection, yeah.
keep the connection
Keep
going.
the connection.
Yep.
Cheryl, I am glad you're back.
Me too. I'm glad to
Um,
be back.
Great guest today
Yeah.
with the fire chief.
Yes, definitely.
Again,
a
we
lot
want to
of
thank LakeCAM and Craig for
helpful
putting all
information.
this together. But look for your newsletter.
Yeah. And it'll have all this information and more.
Yeah. And we miss you
So,
guys and
I
hope you
know.
enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
All right, and next time, sorry. Our
Next
next airing
Filming. Our next
of
filming.
the Lakeville Senior
Senior
Connection
Connection.
will be Friday, February 5th. So that'll be our next filming, that's right. I say the next showing, but
Next
that's when it's
filming.
filmed.
Yeah.
And then within a couple of days, they usually have
Craig
it up.
does his magic and
Yes.
makes us look good.
Yes, thank you, Craig. Woo.
Well, thanks for
yeah.
all of you for joining us.
Yeah, be
See you
safe.
soon.
Be safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.